Well, YouTubers, it is I, Hellgear. Welcome back to Snoopy's Town Tale. Remember to like, sub, and bell. And get in on this Mad Hatter bundle being half price for the weekend, which I just managed to accrue. The woods seem to go on forever. I hope the castle's nearby. Yep, we all do. Gotta hope that the castle is nearby. I hear talking. Maybe someone can tell me where the castle's located. No room, no room. Wait, is that the kid with the round head? So, Mad Hatter's Tea Party, I just got one of these and I just picked up a hat. Oh, I should have waited. Oh, I'm so upset. So, where's the Mad Teapots? We gotta look for the Mad Teapots. Alrighty, we just got Violet's outfit. So, 30. Okay then. 30. Wow. Alright. So, gotta get the hat. Gotta get the teapots. Tea party. And yeah. Well then. I do believe it's time to go get people dressed up. Now, because the Mad Hatter stuff is Charlie Brown's bundle, I can finally have him play his part. Yes, I can. Time to get dressed up, my good sir. And there goes Franklin, too, who's also part of this bundle. So it's time for him to be getting dressed up next as well. Okay, gotta set the table up. But while I wait, let's get Franklin dressed up. Lucy can't get anything worn right now because her clothes are in the $15. Yep, in the 15. Smackerels. All right, set up the table. That's what I need to do. Set up the table. A blue globe is mighty fine. Yes, it is. Someone asked me, Mad Tea Party, that's the stuff. Someone asked me, why is it that when it comes to the events that happen, oh, it's been a long day. Why is it that when it comes to the events that happen around the week leading before the next event, that I don't cover the discounts that happen there? Simply put, it's not a part of the event. It's a filler segment. It's filler between events. That's why I don't mention stuff like that. All right, Franklin, let's get you sat down at your table, my good sir, being the March hare that you are. Right? This this was something I was asked, and it's like, well, Why aren't you talking about this? Well, it's happening during the 1 week in between events, and unless I'm playing at that time, I don't cover that. You know, I don't cover that. That's not part of the event. I just don't cover that. And I don't have any plans to cover that. Oh, good. That'll get me a hat. That will get me a hat. All right, Linus, my good sir. How are you today? I have to wait. Oh, I've got to wait. You're a 12-hour task. So, please tell me this didn't freeze. Okay, did not freeze. That's the important part. I got 8 boxes to open up to see if I can get some hats and teapot sets. And that's going to be something else. And I have to make sure to keep an eye on the clock because one time I was recording something, right? I was recording myself take this Simpsons quiz, right? And the camera just up, it was all set up. And then while I'm in the middle of taking the quiz, it literally just, the tape just stops rolling, nothing saved, and I was a very upset guy. I was a very upset guy because it's one of those fun things that I like to do, and I didn't get to do that, and I'm mad. I know Simpsons based content is more Gramokin style when he plays his episodes of The Simpsons tapped out. Check that out too, by the way. Um, but it would have been nice to see me guess who these characters are, because, like, man, this was an interesting quiz. Like, the point of the quiz was to identify characters from the cartoon, commonplace characters, and some of the real obscure stuff. Like, they had two characters. I'm like, holy crap. People would never have known who the hell these dudes are. Like, unless you really know the names of the characters, you would not know. You would get some of these wrong. Like, Schroeder, I can't have you doing stuff, man. And that's the unfortunate part about all this. Gotta get Woodstock dressed up in his dormouse outfit. Stop looking like a gnome. Like, it would have been real nice. And the fact that I actually knew who Dr. Nick was, but I actually tapped on the wrong name. See, you give me what I need. All right. Thank you. Okay. Violet. Let's get her dressed up, suited, and booted. Actually, yeah, the girls can get suited and booted. Of course the girls can get booted. Like, how many characters in the comic strip have actually kicked Lucy's ass? Let's see. Snoopy's done it. Woodstock has done it. Uh, Somebody else has done it too. Like, Snoopy done kicked a couple of asses. It's like, I think he also kicked Molly Volley's ass. I mean, he's just like, boom. Like, that's the biggest issue with Lucy right now. Actually, no, that's the second biggest issue with Lucy. Girl needs a foot in her ass more often. Oh, I need the chess set. Yep. Okay. Gotta put that down. Like, Lucy needs a foot in her ass a lot more often. Actually, she needs something else in her ass a lot more often, but that unfortunately is not forthcoming. Yeah, I went there. I went there because I can. That was a funny thing. My nephew asked me this thing. It was like, man, it was like, hey, Unc, why do you do this stuff like this? And I looked at him and said, because I can. You're like, most parents will be like, why should I do this? Because I said so. Like, as a kid, that pissed me off to no end. Like, that really did. It's like, oh, because I said so? Oh, because you said so. Yeah, well, okay, sure, you said so, right? Well, here's something that you didn't say. And it's like, man, all right, I gotta get the other spawn. Like, I don't really have to, but it's just important to get this out here. Like, that is too close. Okay, no. One up. There we go. Much better. Much better. Much better. All right, chess set. Like, I vaguely remember watching Alice in Wonderland on Disney, you know, and I'm talking about the animated one, not the live action remake. But I rarely, actually, on both of those, like, I rarely remember watching those. Like, the live action remake, the Jabberwocky was some of the craziest stuff. Like, in the Disney animated version, man, I gotta see that. Like, I have to make a note to see that. Oh, stuff to see on Disney. Oh yeah, we're everybody's talking about the Bluey episode, The Sign. Like, there goes the chess set. Let's play. All right, Violet, you're up now. Free up Snoopy's dad real fast because he gives me them papers, but not the ones to roll with. Don't smoke, folks. Save your lungs. What am I doing? Use the character tab. Like, use the character tab. It just shoots you straight towards the characters. I have to make the habit of doing that. And I don't like to make the habit of doing that. I'm so used to just tapping on that and just going through all the characters. Like, this is the faster way to do it. By the way, who's excited for episode 2 of the Amazing Digital Circus? Like, I just they just announced that we're gonna get the second episode of the Amazing Digital Circus. And frankly, oh, I need crowns anyway. I need crowns for this. Yeah, that works for me. Like, I'm looking forward to the episode 2 of the Amazing Digital Circus. Or actually, I can't even call it episode 2. I have to call it episode 1 of the Amazing Digital Circus. Like, the stuff that they have right now is the pilot. The pilot is not like the first episode. It's like episode 0. Like, that's the episode you put up to get the series rolling. Seriously, you're on top of the entire damn chessboard? Really? Like, hold up the entire chessboard. Like, if I were to go on Disney Plus to watch the original Alice in Wonderland all the way through, I'd have to make sure that I don't fall asleep going through this movie. Because, like, when I was a kid, I fell asleep through that movie because it was just too long and drawn out. Like, yeah, you guys love that lovely little community post where I talk about the Trident Dragion. Like, everybody in the Yu-Gi-Oh community, all the duelists are pissed right now because Trident Dragion is $100 card now. And the card company Konami has said, "Yeah, we're not giving you guys a reprint. Ask a friend if you have this card or look through your bulk." And people are pissed. Like, uh and I actually had to go through my bulk, right? I'm like, okay, I know I have this damn card. Where did I put it? And I found it. And that's why I made the post in the community. Let's track some boxes. Like, it's not max rarity, but it is first edition. And honestly, I don't even think I played with that. Like, I wanted to play with it, but it just would not fit in any of my decks. Actually, the reason why it wouldn't fit is because it was just one of those things in, like, as they call it, Time Wizard format that is just a pain to summon out. But with the new set, and I know some of you who watch my Snoopy's Town Tales content, you're also duelists. That's why I mentioned this, right? It just feels good to have that card. And I've had that card for years. Like, I rarely even played with it. I think it would be considered near mint. Good to know I got a crown out of that. All right, click on that. There you go. Okay, that's supposed to be Linus and Sally's spot at this table. I'm just trying to remember all the stuff from Alice in Wonderland. Like, It's been years since I've seen that Disney movie. It's just the most memorable stuff about it. One is the Cheshire Cat. Two, the card soldiers painting the roses. That was some of the weirdest mess. Like, even in the live action remake where Johnny Depp was Tarrant. Tarrant, to those of you who don't know, is the name of the Mad Hatter because Johnny Depp was the Mad Hatter, right? Even in the live action, seeing the roses scene was something else. But like the most memorable character of Alice in Wonderland is the damn caterpillar with the hook on the head. This dude was just constantly high. And Tebow, he just gets the best character of Alice in Wonderland. He gets the smoking caterpillar, but he can't smoke because he's a brat. And Pixar's not giving him the candy cigarette. We're just gonna give him a bubble wand to blow bubbles. Which actually, if you didn't see that, watch again. See how the bubbles form a question mark? A lot of people don't realize this. That's what it's supposed to do that. Who are you? That sort of thing. Like the Tweedledee and Tweedledum dance, nobody cares about that. In Alice in Wonderland, nobody cares about that. They're like, boo. All we care about is the grinning, psychedelic Cheshire Cat. We care about the queen who had a big fascination of decapitating people. And the stoner caterpillar puffing smoke in the shape of letters. Like that's what we cared about. But you try to do the Disney right now, man, it's all about the sign. Like this episode, I actually have to watch this episode. It's now available on Disney Plus to those of you who missed it when it aired on the Disney channel. You can go and watch it now. Like I gotta watch that. I gotta see Frisky and Radley's marriage. And for what people are telling me is that they're happy with how Socks developed. Well, Socks was still a young puppy. She was on all fours the last time I saw her in an episode, watching it with Munchie and and her brother. And now Socks is a bipedal dog, like her sister and cousins. Like the sign episode of Bluey is literally destroying parents right now. I'm just waiting for Saber Spark to review the damn episode because with that must be on his to review list. Like he already did a segment about Bluey. Actually, he did a couple of segments about Bluey. He did one about Bluey. He did one where they compared Chip Chilla to Bluey. Ugh. That show was just like the dumbest thing ever to make. It was like I'm not a fan of Chip Chilla. Chip Chilla is a drongo. That's what that is. Chip Chilla is a drongo. All right, but I want to see if the sign will give me more feels than Camping Trip, because like Camping Trip that's still my favorite episode, and how Bluey had to say goodbye to Jean-Luc. That is like the best episode. So if the sign doesn't tear at my heartstrings worse than Camping Trip does, I'm going to be a very upset boy. And if it does, I'm going to be a very devastated boy, because like all the parents that are like content streamers on social media, they're talking about how the episode of the sign, literally destroyed their emotions in a good way. Like we got that's the biggest thing right now. The sign and Trident Dragon. Oh yeah, and Springfest for Splatoon 3 players. Ah, go Team Chicks. Go Team Little Chicks. Go Team Little Chicks. Like the reason I chose Team Little Chicks, to all my Splatoon players out there, the reason I chose them is because I know a lot of people who are picking the damn bunnies for Springfest, and I'm all about not having all the damn scrimmage matches. Like Fry, I will always respect her. I still have to clear the spire with her loadout using the damn Splatana, but I'm going with the Boyds. I'm with the Boyds, man. Gotta go with the Boyds. Not selling any of those hats. Speaking of which, let's go back over there to Royanne and see if she's got a hat ready for us. And she does. Fantastic. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like, sub, and bell, and to get in on the Mad Hatter's bundle at half price while you can. Raise your thumbs if you've enjoyed this one. Now let me take my goose from the oven because I'm done. Bye-bye, everybody.